What is up, effing true followers? JC Styles.
Old school Brian Crazy with the DX.
This is effing true wrestling's TNA Impact Wrestling review for 6/9/2011. So we're gonna get right into it. We're on limited time, so here we go. We start off the show with a Hogan Bischoff promo backstage.
No, this was in the ring.
In the ring.
Yeah, this was in the ring. JC walked. He actually watched Impact with me, but he walked in the house a couple minutes late due to work. And yeah, it starts off with a promo. We see Hogan and Bischoff in the ring, and they're basically gloating about picking up the victory in this continued battle with the network. They have finally gotten Mick Foley ousted. On the previous week's Impact, we saw Eric Bischoff walking around very, very nervous. He was afraid that he was going to be let go by the network, which I don't understand how the network could let go an individual that's employed by an independent company. Yes, TNA is affiliated with the network because they produce a syndicated show for them, but isn't an employee of a company an employee of a company? This storyline kind of doesn't make any sense to me. But
I don't know. But Mick Foley did confirm that he asked for his release from TNA.
Yes. And he was granted his release.
There's no actual confirmation if he's going to return back to the WWE. If WWE is going to offer him the same contract they offered Nash and Booker,
like a Legends contract,
contract. So we don't really know. Once we find out more on that story, we'll update you with that.
Exactly.
We moved into the Knockouts tag match, which was Mickey and Tara versus Angelina and Winner. I commented on this video, so I'll let Brian give on this match. I'll give his comment, let him comment on this video. Please check out my Superstars video for my comments on both the Divas match on Superstars and the Divas match, the Knockouts match on TNA. So Brian, what are your thoughts on this match?
Oh, my thoughts on this match are pretty much this. I mean, we see yet again Winter coming down to the ring. She's got the comatose Angelina Love. She's slipping her the dose Skittles, and Angelina Love, she was a great wrestler, and now she's just a brute. And sometimes it's really not believable with her small frame and the moves that we're accustomed to seeing from her. It's different. It was okay for the first few weeks. I think it's starting to get stale. I like to see that Tara is free and she's able to wrestle matches again, and she's not Madison Rain's, hired gun, basically.
Yes.
It's good to see her wrestling again. I'm glad to see her paired with Mickey this week. Wish we saw Buns with a Z, but they did pick up the win.
Yes.
Mickey and Tara did pick up the win.
Yes. We move into the next match, which actually, I was always a big LAX fan, so I kind of like the whole Mexican American thing, Mexican America. But we see them go against the first time teaming of Gun Money, Alex Shelley and James Storm, and in a non-title match, just to see where they stand as a cohesive unit. We see a lot of good wrestling in this match, but we also see a couple of botches where Alex goes to kick Anarchia, and he misses and hits James Storm and caused the downfall for them to lose the match.
Well, basically, he ended up going right into him, and they picked up the win. That was that. So we move into our next match of the night. Well, actually, excuse me. First, we move into an Angle Jarrett promo hyping the final battle at Slammiversary. We are going to be producing a Slammiversary predictions video, so we're pretty much just going to leave that for that video and cover it there. Please check it out. We're going to cover the feud. We're going to cover how we got to this point. Check out that video. So, for the next match on the card, we see RVD, DVR, the Pop Smoking Show, go against brother renamed Bully Ray.
Yeah, Bully Ray basically issued a challenge to anyone in the locker room to show basically how tough he is in a brawls type situation. Basically, we see RVD pick up the win over a distracted Bully Ray with AJ being out in the crowd. AJ didn't really even have to do anything like motion to him. He just stood there and basically had Bully Ray distracted for the last part of the whole match.
Oh, Bully had his eyes fixated on him, and he took his eyes off the ball. And until AJ crossed that barrier and was at ringside, he was not a worry to him. But he let him get in his head, and that's what caused him.
I don't even think that he made it to ringside. I think he was just like By the stairs to go down by the ringside.
That's what I'm saying to Bully Ray.
Oh.
He should have waited until he was by that apron to start really
I
He
got
took
you.
his eyes off the ball.
Okay.
He should have kept one eye fixated, but he needed to keep his eyes on the ball, especially when you're facing a competitor of that caliber.
Unfortunately, there was really nothing to do with this match. I mean, this could have been a couple more minutes that could have went to the main event or the one-on-one knockouts match that we see right after this. Fortunately, we see RVD hit the 5-star frog splash, pick up the win, and then we move into the next match. You want to?
Yes, we move into the next match. The returning ODB going against Velvet Sky.
Oh, and just to let you guys know, I seen ODB live. Brian didn't really get to see ODB live, but I have to say this. The TV doesn't do this girl justice. Her tits are literally really a lot bigger in person than they are on TV, so I just thought I'd throw that out there. She's friggin' fine to a T. I don't care who anyone says. I think she's very beautiful for her
She used to date
size.
AJ Styles.
Yes.
Believe it or not, she used to date AJ Styles. But we go into this knockouts match. We see ODB return. And when ODB made her return, she went after Velvet Sky. And, you know, Velvet Sky really can't catch a break lately. I mean, she lost to Sarita like 5 weeks in a row.
Yes.
Then she's got the beef with Angelina Love in Winter. And now she gets into a thing with ODB.
Yes.
So ODB constantly had control in this match, and it wasn't until the end Velvet Sky picked a quick DDT, a very hard DDT, and picked up the win.
Yeah.
I mean, that was basically all there was to it.
It was kind of almost a little bit of a weak finish, I have to say. I mean, the DDT really wasn't all that impactful, but
dude,
I still
go back in history. Jake the Snake Roberts, man, the innovator of the DDT.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, after all the moves, all the finishers that we've seen Velvet do, I mean, she finishes the move with the match with a DDT.
Yeah, but a DDT is a good, solid wrestling move. It's a good, solid finish. I mean,
compared to some of the stuff that the women in WWE do, I mean, it's nothing compared to that.
Yeah, but a DDT is a nice, solid wrestling finish. I don't think there's any.
I mean, you want to talk about DDT? I mean, the Mickey James DDT is friggin' Impact.
Yeah, but that was a good move. But moving on.
Before we move into the next match, we actually see a backstage promo with Sting and Eric Young.
Yes, we do.
And basically, he's trying to light a fire under Eric's ass, basically saying, I want to see the Eric Young from Team Canada, the Eric Young that wasn't all about full fun jokes, comedy. I want the Eric Young from 2005 where he was going out there and wrestling and not caring, you know, going out there and putting on a good show and not with the jokes and the comedy in the ring. But we kind of see Eric Young screw the match over. And
well, I think Eric Young had all intents of coming out there and being serious. If you saw him in the backstage segment when they were cutting that promo, Eric Young was still wearing the old discarded TNA World Heavyweight Championship and the newly won television championship that he won from Gunner in previous weeks. When he came down to the ringside area, he no longer had the TNA old World Heavyweight title. He just had his actual championship. And right there, you could tell that he dropped the gimmick of being the champion out of the trash, sort of deal. You know, and he looked real serious, but it was just a goof. It was a mistake. It was a fuck-up. And it caused them the match, and actually Gunner picked up the win over the World Heavyweight Champion. And if you guys don't know, quick little tidbit for you, Gunner used to be the former NWA National Heavyweight Champion. Not the World's Heavyweight Champion, not the same title that was defended in TNA in the early days, but the National Heavyweight title, which does have a lot of prestige. And he actually is more... Okay. He's more seasoned of a wrestler than you guys actually think. I kind of thought he was a joke when he first broke into the company. The guy will never see this video, but he does bring a lot of intensity to the table.
Basically, the whole thing about the match was basically continuing the story between Gunner and Eric and Sting and Anderson.
Exactly. Like we used to see back in the day. You used to get to see two of the big matches for two of the big titles, and you'd see the guys in a nice tag match before the pay-per-view for the final build.
Yeah. The show, we go to a backstage promo after the match, post-match, and basically we
which
see
they build
Sting.
as a reaction type segment. Yeah. So are they trying to bring back reaction? I did enjoy the show.
Yeah, I enjoyed the show. Unfortunately, I mean, if they're gonna bring back the reaction, I really think that they should maybe make it like an explosion or something, like on a Saturday night, so it gives them something other than just the explosion and the
It was nice to have a nice solid block.
But we see Sting basically viciously beat down on Anderson. Basically, it's like, you want to mock the Stinger, you want to make fun of me, and he's basically throwing the paint all over his face.
He grabs the red face paint and he first of all, draws it on his face, and then he starts just pouring it all over Anderson, just beating the crap out of him in one of the the trailers in the backstage lot. But basically, this is all the time we got for this vid. We are going to be producing 2 more videos tonight, so please check them out.
Yes.
For F and True Wrestling, Brian Crazy,
JC Styles,
and thanks for kicking it with us for a minute. We'll catch you later.
Definitely.
Sure thing.